Yeah. Whoa! Oh my god! Good morning, everyone! I got distracted by food. Food delicious. Food so good. I got coffee, and then I saw this big, giant series of containers full of delicious, delicious food. There was, like a kung pao chicken thing, and then there was chili beef thing, and then there was fried rice and coffee. Man, my breakfast went hard this morning, and I've still got more of it. I think I've got like maybe 2 days worth of it. It is delicious, chat. And like, to make it even more tasty, it's got like a nice batter on that kung pao chicken. Hello everyone. Hi. My voice is still recovering if you can't tell. But how we going today? Hello Kayla. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are gonna be continuing our playthrough of Rogue Trader, which, if you didn't know, is more or less Baldurs Gate 3 in outer space! The final frontier. These are the voyages of, the Thonk ship Enterprise. Yes. But, chat, it is essentially Baldurs Gate 3, but Warhammer 40k. AKA, 40,000 years set into the future of, well, our timeline. Allegedly. 40,000 years into the future of, us on planet Earth, in the solar system of the Milky Way galaxy. Technically the 41st millennium, and a little bit more, if you want to be ultra mega specific. But hey, look, we're here to game today, not necessarily have me explain the entire lore of Warhammer 40k, which if I was to do that in a live stream, chat, even if I was to continuously start from like at 1 a.m. in the morning to now, I'd not even be done. I could continue to be explaining the 40k universe's lore for like an entire 24-hour stream and still not be done. Like, I would probably not even be just... In fact, I'd probably crack like 1/4 of the way through trying to explain that. Whatever lore you get from me, chat, in today's stream, we, well, we'll just have to, enjoy it and, sprinkle it all in there, in whatever way we can that is digestible. But, in case you don't know, I actually run a theory channel on YouTube. So, yeah, check it out. We are dual streaming between Twitch and YouTube, for this playthrough. So yeah, if you haven't seen the theory channel Thinkafurr, go check it out on YouTube. We cover variety lore content for Zelda, Pokemon, Warhammer 40k, Hollow Knight. And I really madly, badly, desperately want to do some Elden Ring stuff, Elden Ring lore, maybe even some Skyrim lore. But ultimately, I want to at least get 100 Warhammer 40k lore videos up, because I've got over 100 Zelda and Pokemon lore videos and theory videos, and some of those are like super duper theory kind of videos for Zelda and Pokemon. Others are a little bit more sciencey. I especially love the Punch Science Annihilate science video, and the Ganondorf How Strong Is He Really kind of video, where we reverse engineered with Fermi approximation methods, generally speaking, how much force he is exerting, as well as we inadvertently or reverse engineered how much the Triforce of power is magnifying his power by. Inadvertently. And keep in mind, with Fermi approximation methods, you have a variance of like 50%, and if you're within 50% of the approximation, you're still technically correct, which is hilarious. But we did get reasonably close to the correct answer. At the very least. Let me see. I think my microphone is coming in a bit quiet. I want to make sure we're... Oh. Yeah, cool. I just want to make sure we're not... Oh, that's better. Oh, that is better. Oh, chat, that is so much better. Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. Wow. Oh, I can make myself even louder. Yes! Okay. I do apologize, by the way, if I still have sniffles. Yeah. I am, in fact, somehow, someway, still recovering from a flu that I had weeks ago. Like, weeks ago. So yes, I will be muting here and there. And periodically, chat. Every now and again. Well, actually, I might turn the mic down a bit. That is probably ideal. Probably ideal. I could make it louder. But then, you know, we could potentially be in a bad place, or audio speaking, because, well, then you'd pick up everything in the house, and we have a big ass house, and I don't think you want to hear like doors creaking and stuff. Chat, it's probably not the best. It's probably not. I do, by the way, chat, want to get to Kingdom Hearts and playing Kingdom Hearts at some point on a live stream. I've always wanted to do that. Every year that goes by that I haven't, I always think about it. I'm like, I need to do this. There's also a really dark, gritty, story-based game that is survival horror sort of, called Ghost of a Tale, that I also really desperately need to get to for Halloween. And yeah, and I've been practicing and training for Elden Ring's DLC bosses, and let me tell you, chat, I am very practiced with Rolana now. I can parry her so well. Like, I never thought I'd get good at parries this well until I actually sat down and actually applied myself. So yeah, we we got some things to look forward to soon. I don't know if this Wednesday, but maybe next Wednesday or next Saturday. Sorry, this Saturday or this Wednesday or next Wednesday, I might boot up Elden Ring and stream a DLC boss from Erd-Tree, and we can actually progress, because I've been practicing. I've been a bit of a perfectionist with it, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I don't expect like perfect parries. I do expect to die like a couple times against her. It's just, it takes me some time to really get into a thing and then warm up into the thing. But I do expect to kill Rolana within under like 20 to 10 tries. Somewhere between 10 and 20 tries, she will perish. Because I will have warmed up and gotten my rhythm going. Yeah. Could only chill because I'm chilling with it. Oh, that's okay, Kayla. As long as we give you some good chill vibes today on a Sunday. Yeah. We got some more collabs with Thinkafurr coming up as well. So stay tuned to those. Also, maybe some other friendos. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Chat. Yes. Yes. So, I am gonna don some protective armor and go into the dangerous place of warhammer 40k. And wear my armor of contempt. In a big old wide dangerous universe. Bah. And we'll find out what we're gonna face. So, hang on a minute. What are we doing? Where am I? Road Trader! Booting it up. Woo! But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Also, I might do like a few Skyrim joke streams where we do crowd control again. I had a lot of fun with crowd control, honestly. I also need to get back to Resident Evil 2 and finish that, which we will do probably around October, because that is spooky game season, and I want to save it for spooky season. Oh, Rogue Trader, you're on the wrong monitor. There we go. That's better. Okay, I gotta change the stream to Rogue Trader. Oh god. I just realized how loud my microphone is sorry, I just realized how loud my keyboard is in the microphone because I can hear the audio in my headset. Which does trip me out when I'm trying to read things because I can hear my own voice in my ears when I am reading, and that actually trips my brain. Now I know why I turned things down. Let me just... Okay, it's not as bad now. But yeah, that gave me a jump scare. Ooh. Okay, so you can hear the game, you need to see the game. Okay. Continue. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can see like two thingies. 706. I think that's the right... Oh god. Where am I? Oh. Okay. Right. NA. I just have to check my inventory if I've to know if I've scuffed a thing or not. Okay. Awesome. Because I remember last stream chat, we reloaded the save to see what happens in the dialogue with Cassia. To be fair, like, I kind of want to redo that segment, but I don't know, chat. I don't know. Have I been down here? The captain's quarters. Let me just check the inventory to see what we've got in our inventory, because I'll know if we have. Neighbor's custodian. Silent verdict. Oh, death cult weapon. Wow, we got some things to catch up on. Hmm. 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 Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the previous run, to be honest. I might actually load us at the point where it makes sense. So, last live stream we saved Cassia chat, and she joined the party. Let me do it. It's just because I don't remember things clearly. I'm just gonna run through my head how I went with it. So, okay. Save Cassia. We welcomed her to the bridge. We welcomed her to the community. That is our rogue trader ship. And we got some serious rapport with Cassia after we saved her. That's where and what I remember. And remember with the seal. What is this? Research notes Navis. Oh wait. Operator gloves were against 3+ bonus to tech use. Damn. Well, before we continue, I'm gonna go to the captain's quarters and get a load of what may or may not be down there. And then we're gonna explore space. Space. Hefty time commands schematics with Von Valencia in addition to plethora of notes, copies of reports. The majestic portrait, painted by a skilled artiste, grants guests who have been granted permission to enter the Lord Captain's quarters. Oh, okay. And what is... oh, a desk. Oh, hang on. I've got a button for this. Okay, vault, goods, something to look at. What's in the vault? Oh. Oh, this is like a thing we can like store for private. This is like an extra storage thing. A data chronicle? So lore? The light glinting of the polished skull of some sort of Xenos? Unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. Oh, cool! Wrath of Saint Drusus? A blast wave ranged weapon and an heirloom auto pistol. Yo, okay. What have we here? The heirloom auto pistol probably ain't great for us. A blast waver though. What is this? Rending shots. Well, I've got a las gun, chat. So I might take that. Wait, excuse me. Can I not take that? Yes, I can. Okay. Wrath of Saint Drusus. I want this. This is awesome. Cool. I'm gonna leave that there. Ancient books, piles of paper, tome, many which looks rather peculiar to you. Oh, we can interact with the piano. A parlor organ with ivory keys, yellowed by long service. I think the mic is still picking up too much. How's that? Because I feel like it's just on the cusp of like being okay. You could sort of sometimes the keyboard keys are muted, which is exactly what I want. I might just tilt them. Yeah, okay, there's the microphone. Being tilted away might fix things tiny bit more. Oh, change appearance. Oh, cool. So you can actually change how you look in the game. I wonder if you can change your name, or do you need like save file editing for that? Fascinating. Info. A bunch of numbers. N87204. The final transaction with the chartist are complete. The fiery reckoning is now zero numbers. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed into the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received by the and it glitches out. Target's estimated blah 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 blah. Time of arrival in the system at The fiery reckoning is crewed by a server to hive. Chances of the ship returning are minimal. Estimated time heard. I'm gonna take that in add to cargo. Cool. I don't know what that means. Let's look at the change appearance thing and see what it does. Okay, the game. Oh, no, it's just loading things. Cool. Appearance. Portrait. Face. You know, show me things or like what? Because I can't see jack with the way that's set up. Oh no, we're in shorts. You're showing too much ankle now. Hair. Oh. Hold on. Oh. Wig. Bold. We go bold. Thinkafurr chat. Bold of her. That's pretty cool. Fascinating. I'm gonna cancel out because I don't want to make any changes. But good to know that's there. What is this? Unfinished letter. His chagrin is irrelevant. Voidfair's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to do. Irreproachable at uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I am not able to discard him. Kunrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the von Valentius line when his skills and talents as Master of Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliating but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn. ... Okay then. I guess Voigtfair got already disinherited from the start. Beyond the glass, the distant stars glimmer at... Oh. Beyond the glass, the distant stars glimmer in the darkness of the endless space, filling you with an odd sense of dread. Dread chat. Master of ablutions, perform your ablutions. Oh shit, we can take a bath, chat. I guess we probably want to clean off the stress of the whole, like, mutiny thing, and then the other thing, and then the other station. Last thing we want to be doing is empowering the Chaos God Nurgle with our nerd sweat, chat. We don't want to be so big brained that we become a mega sweat and never clean off the mega sweat. When you mega sweat, chat, you gotta make sure you take a shower or a bath. The soothing water caresses your senses, and your grateful muscles, your muscles, welcome the chance to rest. A pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of quiet relaxation. Address the Master of Illusions. I want to see someone from my retinue. Wait, what? You can have a bath with... You can also tell your gods to get in here. Oh, chat. Wow. To be fair, though, your boy kind of just enjoys having baths and showers on their own, so I'm thinking of finish it. You feel revitalized. This was truly an experience worthy of a rogue trader. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Where am I? Oh, I'm on the bridge still. Cool. We escaped the quarters. Right. Ooh, Chad, I smell something cooking in the kitchen from here. And let me tell you, I'm multiple doors away from the kitchen, and a hole away, and a good distance, and I could still smell delicious food. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's get a load of what we're gonna do next. Oh, you're in our team, that's right. Kibella. Oh, you kind of remind me of, Wednesday. Did we level you? No, we didn't. Blade Dancer. Cool. What is this? Double the da- Ooh, double. That is pretty good. Damn. Contagious Luck. What is this? Use a non-damaging ability or any like grants that ally the ability to roll any failed attack. That one reads like mission failed successfully. Lethal damage with one wound. 20%. It's kind of eh. Let's take effect. Gain one stagger when raining blood is effective. Maybe not. Dance of Blood? Death Cult's Assassin's allies deal 7% more damage to enemies if both the ally and the target stand on the blood-covered cells. Oh. Okay. Oddly specific. And 7% is no laughing matter. Like, that is actually weirdly specific, but kind of cool. Wound stream blood. Dance of Thorns. Stag, blood stain, bleed body inflicted on the dead. Oh. Okay. Base skill athletics. Awareness. Weapon proficiency? Boulder weapon proficiency. Agility. +5 to the weapon skill. She's melee, so I'm gonna give her Yeah, I'm just gonna give her more stat. That feels logical because she's like uber good at agility oriented things, so why would you not? Immediately return to the movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity if the blade dancer uses death from above this turn. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. Oh, but that's actually also really good. Ooh, okay, so you select an ally to buff them. Until the end of that turn, the ally can get... Oh. To the end of the turn, attacks made by the Blade Dancer against enemies who already attacked that ally. Oh, so if I put that on my tank, that would be wildly good. Which makes plenty of sense. Oh, this is going to be a complicated one. Let's figure this out. The Blade Dancer faces a side of their choice, immediately ends their turn. They can dodge area attacks with moving and are immune to all types of forced movement, gain 20% parry against attacks from that side, can now parry attacks made against adjacent allies. While under the effective Veil of Blades, the Blade Dancer can even parry ranged attacks. Except... Oh, okay. So basically, this is like Neji's... This is like Neji from Naruto's, fucking amazing automatic defense thing. What is that? The trigram ability that both Hinata and Neji have in Naruto. But it's like weapons. That is super cool. You basically get parry for yourself and other allies. The ability Blade Dancer target single ally enemy. Wait, you target an enemy. You vow to dispatch them as per your oath. The Blade Dancer's next attack against the selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If the stack kills the target, the Blade Dancer can gain 30 wounds. Oh. 1 AP. Okay. So you get self-healing, basically. Yo, okay then. The Blade Dancer's next. So Captive Audience is an ability that inflicts bleeding 9 total on all targets hit. These targets must pass a toughness resistance test with a -20 penalty or become immobilized for 1 round. All enemies immobilized by Captive Audience count as full cover for the Blade Dancer and their allies when adjacent to those enemies. Yar. Look, I like the idea of a Blade Dancer having self-healing each time they kill something. I suspect she's going to be a bit squishy, but I also like the Vengeance. It's so good. Because, like, I mean, why would you need to self-heal if you just kill them, right? Right. Like, why heal when... Well, if you don't have... If people are too dead or too busy being dead, then, like, why would you need to heal if they're too busy being dead? Makes sense, because they can't hurt you. Oh god, but like Captive Audience just feels... Sorry, Blood Oath just feels good, though. What's Bun doing? Oh, hey Bun. Are you throwing your bundle around? Go. You want to go and bundle? Here's a cuppa. You can get some head pads. Yeah, you get a head pad. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do like this now. I heard that you can respec. So we're gonna do Oath of Vengeance. And then Athletics. +10 to athletics. Oh, I forgot to do this one. Agility or weapon skill? Oh, we're already very agile. Strength 25. Oh, 25. Yo, I'm gonna make it a nice solid 50, and then toughness is what we'll spec into next. Ugh, it's taken off my things, but that's okay. Completed. All right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Summary. Rep your biography. Who's got where, what, and the where, and the when? Well, sir, I realized, chat, that you can make people at least look how they're supposed to look based off their character models if you really want. Your helmet. Do you even have a helmet? No, you don't. Bro! Why don't you? You're supposed to, as a Sister of Battle. And their helmets are cool. Cassia, you got a... Do you have anything to protect you? Wait, how many of these do I have? Dodge penalty's pretty bad. But you get 20% more protection. What about this? Armor, 50... Okay, no. Nope. Not worth. You've got South of House or Sailor South of House. Oh, we've got multiples of this. Cool? Question mark? Am I... Okay, so you've got an auto pistol. Deadshot revolver. Ooh, Deadshot revolver. How's your ballistics? 30? Not great. And so is weapon skill. I mean, look, here's the thing. She's probably gonna be... Where's your toughness? Oh, toughness 40. What? Damn. Okay. I think I might just give you a fucking auto las gun then. That seems appropriate, I guess. What weapon is this? Spinner, 8 to 10. Can you dual wield, like, Silent Verdict? Because this will fucking slap in your hands. Oh, damn, it's huge! It's a two-hander! Damn! Damn! Wow. Okay, 5% of melee weaponry cargo. Let me read this. 10% to the target's parry, 10% of the tide, 3% of Will's critical hit chance, you need to test him in the best side. 3%. Okay, so they got the same things. The only difference is, like, it's got cleave instead of brutal strike. They both have strike, they both cost 2 AP. It's just... Oh, sorry, I'm burping. It's just that Silent Verdict has more damage. Oh my god. This is awesome. In her hands, this is fucking fantastic. Oh, wow. There's a huge difference in ballistic and weapon skill, but I guess that was sort of preempted. Weapon skill 40. 7 to 9 damage. Yeah. 8 to 10. Strike versus cleave. 2 AP. 10% parry. Oh, that is just good in your hands. Oh. Hang on a minute. Plus, minus... Oh, dang! Okay, then. Well, like, who... You don't have a melee weapon. But I don't think you need one. Oh, wait, let me check your stat. Weapon skill 30, BS 55. Yeah, wow, no, your ballistics is just totally better. It's just better in your hands overall. And we are a well-balanced that poison. Huh. What will this do in our hands? Oh, give us +5 to willpower. Willpower. Schwillbauer. Las gun, okay, sort of, kinda, sort of, kinda, What do you mean incorrect? Info. Prerequisites navigator. Oh, that's what it is. We need to get navigator to be able to equip a staff that will buff us. Hey, somebody's playing my favorite game. Oh, hey! Let me just catch up. Oh, that's in YouTube chat. Oh, welcome in. Yo, yeah, we play in Rig Trader. This is my first playthrough, so we're like, everything I do is a meme. You're gonna have to bear with that. Welcome in, my girl. Welcome in. Welcome. We're kind of figuring out what's the go. So I think, because look, I'm a psycho, I could probably at some point level into getting navigator, but by the time I get navigator, I bet you the staff becomes irrelevant. I bet you, Chad. I bet you. Oh, that's like hilarious because the Mars pattern sword we've got is like 1 damage better. Ah, that's kind of like lame when you really get to it. Can we like right click to compare or something? Is that a thing? Oh, it automatically does it. Cool. 8 to 12, 7 thing, chain, do 25, chain, do 25. Oh. That might actually be just a good idea. Let me right click read the info on this one though. Sword flexible, -10 enemy weapon skill when hit. I'm just gonna double check. Wait. The requirements for this is Adeptus Astartes gear. So you're telling me this guy is using Adeptus Astartes kit? Okay. My brain is like trying to understand this. Your Abelard, you were actually Chad, because that equipment lore wise is like not yeah, no, Space Marine gear is usually not well suited to regular humans. So that's kind of cool. I need to read stuff about you. Navigator is exclusive to Cassia unless you kick her out, then you can make her your own custom. Oh. Thank you for informing me. I appreciate that. Otherwise I would have wasted time looking into a thing that is not a thing. Thank you. Much appreciated there. Alrighty. I think we're just gonna fly around a bit. Move around, see what's going on. Lord Captain. Sorry to disturb you. Vigdis pauses as if something was listening to something. It's pandemonium outside. Oh, it's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Wersarian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. In dialogue. Alright, let's see what this is about. Yes. What is this about, chat? What be this? Void combat is best combat? Oh. Abelard is speaking. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice, the loudest of all. This is no conduct. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but then manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir. I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain. Not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a high-ranking officer will be logged in your personal file without delay. Also, welcome in, Itoli. Great to see you, bro. Avril Vent. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avril Vent, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. I will listen to what you have to say. Speak, Lieutenant. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. I will not tolerate this kind of conduct on my shit. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. This, this here, number 3, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we just, should we just dismiss her, chat? Okay, no. Maybe we should hear what she has to say. You may speak, but I want to report. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times call for drastic measures. Vent exclaims hotly. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Vent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. I'm guessing she assumes that she might be shot for this? Okay then. Abelard is in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sauerbeck, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Continue. Agent 4-3, I have come from YouTube as Mongrel. Now I am on the Twitch doing Twitch things. Aha! Well, Agent 43. Winky face, definitely not the uncle from YouTube chat. Thank you for commuting over. You can be in whichever one you like. It is a pleasure to have you in either of them. So, where were we? Avril, oh yes, Avril Vent was about to explain to us, why it was an instigated quarrel. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Wersarian, and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then you. There's an insurrection in the making aboard my ship and no one has informed me? How did this all start? Where does Seneschal Wersarian come into this? I mean, look, here's the thing. I know for a fact that our Seneschal has been helping us the whole time. I wonder what Wersarian's up to. Abelard. I shall explain. Abelard intones grimly. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valentius will find refuge on her ship. You were far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Wessarian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It has driven the people to the brink. Vent says bitterly. Okay, I didn't really sound bitter there, but I tried my best. Now there is a strike on the lower decks in Depot 4, to be precise. 3 workers' clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Okay, how do we want to go about this? Gun diplomacy, chat? Or more logic and reason? Insurrection, make up on my ship, no one has informed me. How did this all start? Abela, would you ever say this? What is Depot 4? Master at Arms, the ships and forces reported to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Oh, 1843, hang on. It's always fun playing with / watching. Yeah, man, I love sharing these experiences. It's kind of, I don't know, there's something surreal about it. It's really fun, always doing a first-time playthrough of story-based games. Okay. Depot 4, maybe I go with number 5. I want to hear what the Master of Arms has to say. I trust Abelard, to do what he needs to do, but I'm assuming he was, sorry, hang on, I'm just struggling because, I just need to mute and clear my throat. 1 second, chat. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm still kind of just reeling from that flu, almost 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I want to go with Master of Arms. But yeah, as I was saying, I trust Abelard. I suspect he was just doing his job, and we are just catching up with an old quarrel between the previous rogue trader and us coming into power. So I'm not really mad at Abelard or anything like that. He was probably just doing what he thought was right, which probably was right considering. However, there's plenty of ways to solve a problem, so I mean, if it was me in his job, I probably would have solved it a different way. But I'm not going to judge. Yerkos de Salbeck. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. Salbeck bows her head in Abelard's direction. However, a moment later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips. That being said, while I entirely share Master Wessarian's opinion on what Fate Depot 4 deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of practices I totally scuffed that, of practices that he himself has introduced. Mr. Salbeck, I see that you have decided to follow the lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. Salbeck, explain yourself. Abelard, do you wish to respond? What would we choose? Lieutenant Vent, would you say the Seneschal has singled you out from your peers in any way? I see. It appears I have unearthed an old squabble. I'm gonna ask Salbak to explain herself, then I'm gonna ask Abelard to respond. Okay. Salbak's gonna explain herself. The ship's regulations state that the Master-at-Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to the ship's enforcers. And yet, it is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. These enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. I cannot deny that Master Wersarian's experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for hierarchy among your lordship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master-at-Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow, they will go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's order. I notice a pattern in these actions. Right, so Abelard is actually... Okay, so Abelard is a bit too chill and cool about some things. He would rather teach people how to do things when shit hits the fan than let them go figure it out on their own. So he kind of handholds a bit, but also it's kind of a wise thing to do, and it's also kind of logical, but like at the same time it creates rapport to the point that it does foster and create rapport, but also people become a bit too lax because he's a higher up who is taking the time to appreciate them. But also I don't think there's actually realistically a problem with that as long as they respect the chain of command. So he is conformed by the old rogue trader. That's what I kind of thought. Agent 43 is that he's still operating under the same system he has been used to as per the previous rogue trader. So it's kind of cool that at this point we now get to dictate how he's going to go forward. I think we're going to ask him to speak for himself now. Abelard, do you wish to respond?
Mr. Salbak, can you recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior, or one where I would overrule their order, or show favoritism to those who have merited none?
None, Seneschal, for there have been no such cases in the entire time I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard has always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the propriety of junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by a name is tantamount to walking around the officer's deck, handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition and audacity, makes them stand out among the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fates entrusted to their commander, and no one else. That is the sole foundation of order. Okay then. See, that's what I sort of thought. It's not like a him problem, it's a them problem, and an attitude problem, as opposed to... But also, like, you can't help being the rank you are. And if something needs attention, like if you need to teach a man to fish so he can, you know, feed himself, why would you not? It just kind of goes without saying that people have feelings and, you know, the whole human aspect of things. So I don't really, again, I don't really blame the Seneschal for wanting to train people when they don't know things. I'm gonna go with number 3 and ask if the Seneschal has singled out people. Avril. Okay. Avril is about to explain that. Lord Captain, I swear that Seneschal Wersarian has never granted me any privileges. Never once advocated for me, nor facilitated my promotions. Although, he is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance in my service, for which I am grateful to him. And while not all my fellows receive such attention, I know that at least a dozen fine officers whom the Seneschal keeps in his sights, to ensure that they continue to strive. Agent 43, I actually suspect I'm gonna have to pick carefully between Iconoclast and Dogmatic. Cause, like, there is a genuine part of, like, the militaristic part where it's like, okay, it is what it is, rules are rules, but also you kind of need to know when to shelve that, for the sake of practicality, and also, I guess, like, walking that fine line of balance. So I'm gonna be probably, you can probably see I'm gonna be a lot more Iconoclast than I am Dogmatic, but like, yeah, I'd probably say as a ship captain, I probably would end up being somewhere in the middle of trying to walk that fine line. Items are locked behind levels of them as well. You will get certain items you can't use. Some characters. Oh, excellent. It's a fair bit like Baldurs Gate, eh?
To prepare new generations of the dynasty's servants, to instruct them and to separate those with potential from those who have exhausted it, that is my duty as Seneschal. That ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, officers, technicians, and stewards whom I have raised personally. By the throne! Every third person standing on the bridge right now was my student at one point.
I see. Okay.
Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose.
Is it insurrection? No one's informed me. How did this all start, Ablard? What do we have to say to? But I think we've heard. You know what? I'll ask number 3 one more time to see if there's any further dialogue.
I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm that the rectitude of my actions or yourself, I have no objections.
I have no objections to what you've done. You've tried your best. I've heard enough. I will go down the lower decks and deal with them personally.
It's not worthy of our time.
I'm certain the Seneschal was acting with his authority. I've heard enough. I will go down. How did this all start? Insurrection. How did this... There's an insurrection making aboard my ship. No one has informed me. I'm gonna go number 1.
I would not deem them a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rules across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people who would fight against tyranny once more. Abelard scoffs. Needless to say, the rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it.
But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest.
I dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you would ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them.
If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. He's not technically wrong. It's a symptomatic response rather than a causal one. Getting to the bottom of the actual issue as opposed to just dealing with things symptomatically, it's not the most proactive approach. It is definitely an approach. It will definitely get some kind of result, but you're always going to deal with that problem if you don't actually find out what the actual part of the problem is and solve that instead. How did this all start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. I almost misread that. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to head. So we've got some heretics, chat. We've got some heresy. My ship. How dare there be heresy on this ship?
I will have to go down to the lower decks and deal with the problem personally, I think. Yes. Heresy. Heresy. We purge heresy in this chat, don't we, chat? There is no heresy in my chat.
I'm gonna go with number 5. I'm certain the senator was accurate with his authority, but I will verify the sounds of decisions for myself. The road preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. Abelard grits his teeth slightly.
An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. You may, because you're my tank in the party and I need you.
Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go to the depot for myself and see to the expedition resolution of this incident. You may, and having another person in my party sounds based. Is there like a non-lethal knockout like setting like in Baldurs Gate where you can do like non-lethal blows only? Cause that sounds pretty good to me. Full party, let's go. Oh, there didn't, cause like, yeah, I don't exactly want to kill ship crew if I can help it. Everybody is an asset. Yeah, everybody's an asset. By the way, chat, doesn't matter which chat you're in, totally fine. But do not forget to leave a like on the YouTube stream. It does support the YouTube channel in the YouTube algorithm. But having said that, shameless plugs and promos aside, chat, we've got a trail of heresy to uncover. Yes. Alright, who is this scrub? Lower deck rabble. Rabble! Rabble, rabble, rabble! Well,
Onward to victory.
Yeah, what he said.
Onward to victory.
Oh, wait, you said that again. Oh, a cutscene.
Hey, it's Bessarion. Take that scum.
Oh, okay.
Look who it is. This is all his fault,
And he's the face of it. Oh, maybe we should not have brought Wessarion in. Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startling human gesture, and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance.
The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with the servitors.
Did you hear? They were shouting your name as an option to people dare disrespect a senior officer. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. The people dared to disrespect a senior officer. I'm going to support him.
They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here, and if the situation had been dealt with by the relevant officers.
Abelard grimaces.
It is a junior officer's worst failing to pass problems up the chain of command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again. It was a mistake to come here on Lieutenant Vent's whim, Lord Captain. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer.
Abelard adds peevishly.
But in the name of terror, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter, and she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It will be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight.
Well, she's gonna have to work a lot. Full Merba time? No, oh! Dude, I should have checked chat before I picked. I will make a note to check chat before I pick text dialogue choices after that. No full murder time. Did you hear they were shouting your name? Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna explore that one.
Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. This situation in the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on that one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who stood on the steps of the Golden Throne no less, whereas I am the man whose name is attached to every order docking rations or lowering a bay's heating.
Okay, so it's kind of like this. We might as well be so unknown to them by face and name that we might as well be God to them as far as being the rogue trader. But then Abelard is more or less the face of their problems. Oh, Agent 43. So that one, I still need to change it. So don't. Yeah, I still need to change that one. But it gives you points in the stream elements system. Which then allows you. Let me just see if it's still. It then allows you to put your name in the raffle to win stream elements points. Stream elements points are a little bit like channel points in Twitch, but they let you spend, but you can spend them on other things like stream elements commands, like let me just go like this: duel at Itoli, we're gonna have a gun duel. You will have to accept it for it to work. Exclamation mark accept. Yeah. If Itoli then accepted it, what would happen is the points would be put on the line, and stream elements would then trigger a duel and then whoever wins gets the points. Oh, you do also specify how many points you're gonna duel for. So if I went exclamation mark duel and Agent 43, and then I also went like 100. I think it would. Oh, right, I have to cancel because I've already put a, yeah. But yeah, you get the idea. Oh, that's okay, 43. I still have to change it. So don't worry too much about what Stream Elements is saying right now. It's set on a timer. But yeah, it's a feature I want to update. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. All right, let's get moving. Let's go clap some bottom deck citizen. Lower deck rabble. Can I talk? No. Lower deck rabble. Oh, I can. Wait, what? Something resembling an estimated thermal insulation visual. There must be where the workers sleep. That guy was going wow because we're nobles. Okay. What can we actually interact with? Well, that looks like it would cook us alive if we went down there. I'm guessing. Wild guess.
Marching ahead.
Oh, we can talk to this person. Oh, wait.
Do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
Huge pipes, the arteries of the ship run through many bays, delivering air, water, heat, and the propulsion force of the steam. What's this guy got to say for himself? Speak! I'd love to see how they live on the upper decks, even just once. Okay. Oh,
Let's see this
Avril.
through.
Okay. What's going on here? Avril vent. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avril Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of her superior, Master-at-Arms, Yokaster Salbeck, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time. Has dragged on for some time already, and has now reached a boiling point. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order. Now it is my... Now get out of my way. Barely interact with... Dude. Oh, you have to get going soon? Yeah, no worries. No worries, dude. Let me... I'm just gonna pop a Discord link so you can catch the next one. But yeah, when you have to get going, no worries. It was pretty cool to meet you. Also, thank you so much for the advice, Agent 43. I will do my best to take it to heart and remember it all. Use the highlights. There's tons of secrets. Yeah, I keep forgetting the tab button exists. I'm really glad you've reminded me to use it. Yeah, for sure, because there is genuinely stuff I'm missing. Yeah, all good, bro. Totally all good. Guidance is very much wanted. Just make sure you don't spoil anything for me plot-wise. But beyond that, I'm really, really appreciating the guidance, dude. 1 second. Okay. Whew. Let's see what Avril's gonna say to that. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. Bent looks shaken, but there is a fire in her eyes. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, No action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. Wish I had the game on PC to play along. Yeah, there's no spoilers here. Played like 100 times on my console. Yo, no sweat, no sweat. Continue to have an awesome day, 43. I'll catch you next time. Love the assistance. I will catch you in the next one, dude. Oh, and also, may the Emperor protect you.
So, not all of my lessons fall on deaf ears.
Blood mutters in crabby approval. But he does not clarify whether he means Vent Saubek looming over her or both. Your lordship. Noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention and salute their subordinates following suit a moment later. What's the situation? We encountered some locals on our way here. Conduct was outrageous, they even tried to throw things at us. I give the assault unit permission to open fire. We will crush the seeds of insurrection with full force. We encountered outrageous, they even tried to throw things at us. What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant. I came here to lead an investigative unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads, and you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself. I want to speak to the strikers. We encountered on the locals here. The conduct was outrageous. Even tried to throw things at us. I'm gonna go with that. Vent's gaze is full of worry and regret. The people are getting desperate. Clearly, they saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I mean, I apologize, Lord Captain. It is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognize you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once the current situation is resolved. Is that all you have to say? They show you're worthy of an officer's rank, Lieutenant. Vent, I want to speak to the strikers. She's in a rock and a hard place. I want to speak to the strikers. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams in Lieutenant Vent's eyes. At the end of the day, I can choose to be... I can choose the ship with an iron fist, like the previous one, the previous rogue trader. And I do intend to rule it with a pretty tight fist, but I also intend for it to be a compassionate one that tries to strike a balance. Authority and reason. Yes. We will use authority within reason.
Let's seize the moment.
I think. What is this? Low deck rabble, low deck rabble. Oh, okay. Here's our god. There's Avril. Greetings, your graces. Wow, nobles from the upper decks. A dozen pair of eyes stare apprehensively at you. Oh, let me try that again, chat. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange, to the outright grotesque. Oh, Okay. What can I... zoom? Right. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd. An elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow and they bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Troubling you? Why are you striking? We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Tell me what is troubling you. I mean, if I go with 2, I'm distracting from the point. Which is the strikes. Why are you striking? Striking? That's us, your lordship, says a tall, thin man in worker's garbs. You know, I'm going to try a different voice. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Oh, an old lady's voice. Shut up, Ribbit! Snaps the old woman, who turns her hostile dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word, and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they should turn off the heating to the whole base for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. The old woman spat on the floor and spits on the floor and rubs at the little spittle with the toe of her worn shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It's all true. Oh. That's Stagger or Stagger or Stagger. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feelings toward us. The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your lordship, we were no villains here. We are honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The persecution started apropos of nothing, you say. I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet, and that there are heretics hiding here. Yeah. Abelard, do you have anything to add? We were not attacked. We were attacked on the way. How do you explain that? I'm gonna pick the amulet. A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Privet, definitely not. And if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for the amulet or whatever it is, they took it off the dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector. That's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies.
the boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread these decks in the boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh. Oh. The cultists are actually somewhere in the upper decks, chat. Not the lower decks. Oh, yes. The boots really were fine. And there were no harm. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. And when we've worked, we bow down. Sorry, chat. I got a burp. And when we've worked, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. The same way my grandfather were taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship. We are the people of faith. Naive children. Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the arch-enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was a long time ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my third little one. That is regrettable. But you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when the beasts crawl out of one of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? We were attacked on the way here. Abelard, do you have anything to add? So, my deduction is that there is a heretic in the... Because it was looted from someone of fine attire, probably one of the nobles is a heretic. I'm gonna go with number 4, then Abelard. Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. Like that one there. That the lieutenant won't let pass. Our clans are all inside the bays that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who have just had enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folks are lashing out. Awareness test succeeded, their words seem sincere to you, their body language and the glances traded between them reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them. Okay, so they don't really know about it. Abelard, do you have anything to add? I authorized the use of all necessary measures to locate Chaos worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled at having to explain himself in the workers' presence. Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are not drunken stevedores. They are the enemy, and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sawback, was it really necessary to torture the people with cold? I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Sawback. The rebel understands only one language, Lord Captain. That of violence. As per regulations, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water. which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. That is a very extreme that's a very extreme take. Very 40k take, I guess, but also you kind of need to know when to use it and when to ease off it. Yeah. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us Bildrats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms. We'll govern ourselves, we'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielded thugs can only improve things from here. You've gone too far, old Nan. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We do not need them. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultists' bodies, and we'll talk to them. One lower deck to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. Stagger or Stager, you are a lot more reasonable than this person, the old Nan. Because that is that is actually entirely true. If everybody gets guns and there's no authority, shit's gonna get bad fast. Like, really fast. Really fucking fast. Like, yeah, no. Could you imagine if everybody had guns, chat, and alcohol was in the mix, and then chaos was in the mix? That's not gonna go well. Yeah. So a balance needs to be struck, and I think Stagger's kind of onto something. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us a world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before, all because we dared speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Thoughts, Abelard, Master Arms, where do you stand? Spread towards embracing chaos. Remotes into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands and we will consider the rest. Number 4 is too dangerous in a lot of ways. Everyone who is involved will be killed. Jesus, Christmas. By the Emperor, hell no. We're not gonna kill our own people. Thoughts, Abelard. The last squad, Abelard, Master at Arms. I know exactly what the Master at Arms is gonna say. From guesswork alone. Gun diplomacy. Abelard, what do you gotta say? The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up a heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the arch enemy. We must not give them what they want, even if they did acquire something innocently. purely out of their own stupidity. That does not mean they are not tainted with corruption. What begins as petty thievery can turn into a far graver problem. I have seen it before. Abelard's face darkens momentarily. In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard regiment, and there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of beds like a metal-choking vine. So, when it comes to scavengers, malcontents, strikers, or whatever they'll turn into next, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter.
Master Arms, where do you stand? Okay, Salbeck. Give the rebel a grox, and they will take an agro-world, Lord Captain. They only understand brute force, and will interpret any concession as a sign of weakness. Giving them weapons and recalling the enforcers will be folly. It would only be a matter of time before we had a full-scale mutiny on our hands. I'm going to go with number 3. We're keeping the enforcers to maintain order and oversight. We are not giving people guns. That is dangerous as hell. And spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards chaos. So we're going to use coercion 100. The tall worker they call Rivet shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman. Rivet. Oh, that's Rivet. Old man, listen, listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down on us and is offering concessions, and I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who has ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talked to them. Back down. Now's not the time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Oh yeah. Listen to us, old Nan. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave of you. You are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great. Just fantastic, Lord Captain. We're all agreed. Then it's decided the persecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets. I think I'll go with that one. Oh, and telling us first cultists. Your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us, lower decks. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Okay then. Of course, your lord fellowship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. Okay then. Well, you were just going to perpetuate violence, Abelard. The same with the enforcer, leader of the enforcers, sorry. Whatever the hell her name was, I've forgotten already. Well, holy shit, she was basically torturing our crew. Which makes 0 sense, chat. What? At the end of the day, there are more of them and less of us. This page is where the start of each shift is marked. The last mark is missing. The workers went on a strike.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Join me in prayer.
Would be this? The heatsink warms are. Oh, okay. So I guess we're gonna have to keep looking for cultists. Eh? Yeah. Ooh, goods. There's a box here. What's in the box? Hypnodynamo capacitors. Reinforced thermoplasm and a multi-key. Why now? Time is it? Just about 12.
Blessed be the road that we take.
Well, yes. Indeed.
Indeed.
I gotta check my map, chat. No, I'm gonna go here. The hell am I? Having a mini-map would be kind of based right about now. Not gonna lie.
What deeds await us?
Oh, a
Pay
door.
attention.
Oh! Event. Examine it.
They say I have a magnetic personality. That certainly explains why I keep attracting trouble.
The web serves.
Oh. Time to examine it.
Duty beckons.
But... Did I not examine it? By clicking it, chat. Do I have to right-click it or
Onward
something?
to victory.
Don't know. But there is a door we can open. Whoa. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Up, is that a dead person? No, they're sleeping. Alright, what have we got? Promethium, gravitic impeller, machine right set.
Marching ahead.
What's this? So scratch letters along the edge, books and passed down a family generation to generation. Okay then. But there's nothing really in this room. This seems like a little bit of a nothing burger.
Forge ahead, never linger.
Okay. Might move us there and see if there's a door that goes to that room. Wherever that space is. Oh, there's a door here. How do I open it? Oh, okay. Also doesn't lead anywhere. Let's go there. What about... Oh, have I been there? Let's try here.
Let's seize the moment.
Aha. And this is where we came from. Boards. More gorge. Oh. Cutscene. Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and addresses your other companion saying,
I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment.
Abelard looks at you and his vestiges of restraint vanish.
Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will be welcoming them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of Von Valancia's protectorate?
Let's talk about your role in all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen, your actions practically guaranteed it would happen. Yeah.
I would have handled the situation myself, had you not decided to intervene.
Abelard says irascibly.
Remember Lord Captain Theodora? Think she would have ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers, whilst she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought.
Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, he wouldn't have wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard this ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. I would only be too willing to trust in my seneschal and not fill my head with such matters. Spiraled out of your control, Abelard. Give me reason why I should continue listening to your advice and trust your judgment. Right now, I don't see any. If Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she would not have wound up dead. That's pretty raw. Only be too willing to trust my seneschal. The situation spiraled out of your control, Abelard. Number 2 is a bit more respectful. And it puts his competency a little bit more into the highlight because I stepped in and intervened at this point. Abelard, yeah, like, at this point, it's kind of gone above him. I don't really want to invoke Theodora's death. Abelard's face relaxes slightly.
You're right. At least as concerns junior officers making complaints directly to you. And Abelard stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself.
Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him.
The prosperity of Von Valancia's protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy with the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodor's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known. Everything. My family had even known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodore entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come at a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to the aid of the new rogue trader, to aid you to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that, I must insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excessive to the requirements. Theodora trusted in established procedures and she died. I won't make the same mistake twice. If you want to keep building the future of Von Valentius Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept in and start living in the new world, a world where Theodora is gone, and where you have a new decision to make. The prosperity of Von Valentius is just as important to me. You are the only person who has a comprehensive knowledge of how things run on the ship. I think in the future I will follow your recommendations. Value what Theodore created, and I trust that this situation is an aberration of the ship's otherwise smooth operation. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I have seen plenty of sentiment and hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedures in the future. I mean, look, people took advantage of the procedures. That doesn't mean that they are bad. And look, it's good to have established procedures. Otherwise, people kind of lose the plot as far as having ship cohesion. I don't exactly see problems with procedures. What I see an issue with is a lack of flexibility with them where it is required. I will value what Theodora's created. I trust the situation is an aberration. I'm gonna go with 4, probably. To some degree. I'm going to probably keep most of the things going, but all the same, I want a bit more like flexibility. But I think 4 is probably the way forward. I'm not going to give him the power of everything. I'm not just going to say that I'm going to follow his recommendations all the time. I'm the rogue trader here. He isn't. But I will state that I value the systems to some degree. Abelard dips his head in a sign of assent. The shadows of incredible strain, which evidently have been wearing on him for some time, finally lift from his face. I am glad you see the value in the foundations laid down by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause you any further consternation, Lord Captain. Abelard, I swear you were an ultramarine in a past life. And now, please let us leave to... Oh, and now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. I'll go wherever the hell I want, thanks. Idle chatter is strictly forbidden on the bridge, although between tasks, the officers should find the opportunity to discuss the latest developments. I think I might have some water. Alrighty. 12:23, hey? Let's... You know what, let's proceed with the story a little bit. Just a little bit. I do note that just flying around the place does cause plot developments. Weirdly enough. Let's go to the unidentified void ship. See what it does. Oh, I'm asleep at my desk. As the ship makes its way through the star system, strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you've been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. Oh shit. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who have died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics, risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Kunrad Voigtfair's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Stay back or else, kneel before the rogue trader, your lives belong to me. Stop, I did not wish for any of you to die. I'm gonna tell them to stay back. The dead only draw closer and closer, and your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard. Its sharp edge cutting into your palm. Oh, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. Oh. An unbearably bright light floods everything around you, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hand no longer holds a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with a strange, unnerving property. A curved design and an unusually hilted and adorned... Oh, and an unusually hilt... Oh, right. An unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye.
Okay, then. The eyes open wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Yes, master. I am the sword's master, not its servant. Remember that. Throw the demon blade away. Never! Never! Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. Oh shit. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall these faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor reminding you of what you just experienced. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your Vox and call a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive and pick up the cursed artifact and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Oh, okay. There you go. Maybe I shouldn't have kept that blade shard. Huh? What? What is that on my desk? Oh, it's just flowers. Interesting. Maybe we shouldn't have held the chaos artifact in our hands, chat. Whoopsie. Daemon swords are not exactly the smartest thing to hold if you value not being corrupted by chaos. If you value. Luckily we haven't been corrupted by chaos, we just had a bad dream. Where the hell are we? And what is this void ship? Here we go.
Master Helmsman, Ravor. What have we here, Lord Captain? It's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in a local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I am surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than the ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We are registering a critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too.
Ragged void ship. Hear us. The Vox transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. This sounds like you do. Copy. The Vox relays a different voice. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Emperor protects.
Lord Captain, I'm told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Raikade Philia colony. It is refusing help, which, not put too fine a point on it, has not yet been offered to them.
Can we establish community, ignore the vessel, follow the charted course? Let the vessel identify itself.
Yes. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves.
For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over another. Do not tell. Tell him. We are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are... Oh, Thunderfang sounds like a space wolf. Okay. This is Thunderfang. We are... One of the voice falters uncertainly and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private chant vessel. Ravor... Okay.
A merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn my head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang.
Main gun deck on my order, aim weapons target. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? Number 2. Thunderfang, why can't we identify you? You can make out a hoarse and furious whispering even over the crackle of the static. Why? I don't know. What if... Certainly not. Our vessel is badly damaged. It is, damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you. Peaceful merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Okay. Rabble, damage report of the unknown vessel.
Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridges have been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid, they barely managed to limp away.
Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Somebody chuckles bitterly, another swears some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out from all... Oh, you managed to make that all out from the noises. Okay then.
We were just flying, minding our own business. Straight out of the blue and then open fire.
Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected.
And then more fire.
Ew.
Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We've never got to them.
Thunderfang, stop playing games and explain again what your business here. And this time I highly recommend the truth. Yep.
Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It is too late now.
The Vox channel is again filled with angry whispering of several voices. The whisperings and static are drowned out by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are the fellow of the void. We did not come here to loot. On a different business, to help our own. Out of jail. Do not hurt. Lease. We already had our Kronos cleared. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of goods. Oh, God. All right, Rapper, what have you got to say?
In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assemble of several dozen pirate factions in the Coroner's Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretical. Oh, they consider themselves above regular heretics, solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it.
Oh, Danrock, you're on the bridge. Okay. The honeyed voice of the high factotum interrupts the translation with a polite cough.
I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward conversations, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible.
Main gun deck, aim weapons, target Thunderfang. Thunderfang, prepare for commercial exchange. Okay then. Oh shoot, we can actually buy from them. Okay then. Well then. We get heavy leather armor. Ooh, flame. Oh, damn. Dodge penalty is 0.5. Armor deflection 1. But then it has a counter ability that lets you dodge 2% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. This armor reduces the incoming damage of the average enemy attack in this chapter by 35%. What? Damn! Chat, that's actually wildly good. Flamer. God damn. I know exactly who I'm gonna give that to. A certain sister of battle. Melt the charge. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get that first. Accept. And I might sell some things. Oh wait, you can't sell? Damn it. Surely there's a way to sell. There's gotta be. There has to be. That is wildly good. Also want that. And I'll take that. Robed patent. Over Toby patent greatsword. Oh. I don't know what this is. I think I'll just trade. Don't care. Well, that probably makes up for the stuff I bought. Cool. And now I can just trade with them. Sick. Awesome. I think. Riccardi. This is where they just came from. Ian scan. What is this? I don't really have a reason to go down there, though. What about Minoris? Civilized world. Cool. And the astropathic station I haven't really gone to.
Purge them in flame!
Oh, hey! Italy! Yes, we shall purge someone in flame. I'm not sure who yet, but we'll figure it out. Dead ahead is the astropathic station. It is motionless. There is lifeless silence across its vox frequencies. Its lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths, who claim to be hearing an incessant ghostly howl emanating from the station, all the more disturbing. Stay away from the suspicious station. Contact the station by Vox. Let's see what it does. The station is not responding. Perhaps there is no one left who could respond. Deploy a scouting team. The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones. Not quite here. Not quite now. Smudged. As if were across time. Servants relieving their horrible deaths again and again. Oh, I totally misread that. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of ashes and blood into more agony moments later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. I feel like if I go in there, I'm gonna get fucked up. The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed, blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. The Emperor? He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive and screaming. So, the Emperor. A mate of mine has a mod for this that lets him play a Dark Angel as his chapter. Damn! I gotta find this mod. I gotta find that mod. That is an awesome ass mod. Send Zachary Ways to the station, squad a bodyguard. Okay, I'm gonna send Zachary Ways. He is going to get fucked up though. Ways boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for hours in front of a man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Okay, he didn't get fucked up. Then, Master Wise, or Ways, offered a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Ways reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy. The late choirmaster's amulet, taken from his frozen body after his death. The psychic shriek carrying across the immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the cry was masking a different sound. One even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Chad, I had to clear my throat. It was a melody of cataclysm. It was a melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power, so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. That would be the Psychiatrix Maledictum, created by the fall of Cadia due to Abaddon throwing a Blackstone fortress at a Necron pylon on Cadia and destroying the planet of Cadia and the pylon. Thus causing the Psychiatrix Maledictum to explode out into real space. Alright, reading on. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into Psyche's minds, evoking everywhere the same image. A dark, gaping beastly mouth, leaving the universe in two. Now that the mad choirmaster has finally stopped screaming, the song of the Immaterium has reached the rogue trader's void ship too. What you mean to say was, troughing a tantrum. Seal the station, dooming its ghostly inhabitants to eternity, burn everything, explore the station. A brief, chilling chronicle of the station's doom was found in the scribe's records. A warp disturbance of monstrous proportions wiping out half of the choir at once, turning the astropaths into living portals through which torrents of the Immaterium's energies poured out. Those who lasted longer bellowed and howled about a black rift that had split the universe into before and after, and a darkness that would devour the Astronomican's light. Definitely the Psychiatrix Maledictum. Burn everything. We're gonna burn everything. We're gonna burn everything. We're gonna purge this place in fire. Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that the unfortunate souls captured by the warp have perished with their home. Abaddon, Lord of Redcon. Ooh. Ooh. I wish I could say it wasn't true. Oh, I wish. Well, there goes that one. There goes that one. Wait, is that a ship? Is that a ship floating around there? Bro, I'm right on top of that ship. What? Oh, no. That is just our heading. And okay, I get it. That's us. In like an X-axis, Y-axis kind of thing. Prison platform. Let's go to Minoris. Actually, no. Let's go to Majoris. We haven't scanned that. Groundmaster of Chaos. And failing upwards. Begin scan. Extractium. Mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. Oh, an SDC. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. Damn! We just got an SDC. Wild shit there. Let's go to Minoris then and land, I think, if we can. Let's go to this spaceport. I don't know what's waiting for us there, but we'll find out. We'll find out, chat. Oh. I don't think I've got much time left on stream chat. I am fading pretty fast today due to partying pretty hard yesterday. Oh, dramatic music. A cutscene. A war. Oh, damn. Holy shit, it's a hot mess down there. Oh, I see now. I understand it totally. There is a war happening. Okay. The starport greets you with the din ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Sergeant Malga. Halt! Weapons on the ground, or I'm firing. A man on torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malga. Oh, we're dealing Astra Militarum? Alright, so our skies are in lockdown. The rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it. And on a shuttle like that, where did you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He is visibly awed by your resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads. We've got ourselves a rebel landing force. The fuck? Abelard turns purple.
By the holy throne, what is this mess?
They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. How dare you, commoner, on your knees before I blow your brains out. I am the rogue trader von Valencius. Give me a status report this instant. Abelard, enlighten this rabble as the proper manner of greeting from the God Emperor's chosen. Abelard, enlighten this rabble.
You stand before the rogue trader von Valencius, you ignorant worm. Snap to attention this instant and give his lordship a formal report.
With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks.
My mistake, sir.
At once, the starport is under the control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter command is Sergeant... Oh shit. A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere. With a piercing screech, one of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. Damn. Right before our very eyes, chat. This is a rough planet for... I don't think I'm ready for this, but we're gonna try. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you.
Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Las Malga, reporting.
My unit is holding the starport of the governor's orders. How may I serve? Some dirty dog nearly shut down my shuttle. What is going on here? You happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? Let's go with number 2. What's going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up in the spires. Then they hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. Cassia. Then Felix tore off his mask precisely because he knew about the trouble in Rykad Benoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassia lets a sorrowful sigh. You may continue your report, peasant. Peasant. Good God, I love that. Malga. My unit were here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priests linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for the landing on Rykard Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures and ordered to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever somebody's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and then we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us. The scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We are running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll be driving us out of here any minute. Who are you anyway? Who caused this rebellion? How can some pathetic rebellion be cause enough for such a lackluster welcoming ceremony in order of da-da-da-da? Nah. Doing fine, Malga, and your troops are too. It is people like you that hold the Imperium together. I can't believe you're leaving your people without aids. Reinforcement will be sent from my ship. Oh. I'll give him a pat on the shoulder. Then I'll send in reinforcements. Who caused this rebellion? Who are you anyway? Pat him on the shoulder. I live to serve. The sergeant's grim voice rings with a martyr's pride. Number 2. Do you happen to know if any member of the Inquisition has come here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sir. Some dirty dog nearly shot down my shuttle. I am going to see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there is absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you. And I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line. Idra frowns as her gaze grows distant, as if she's looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know the same hand that salutes now might falter in the darkness. Rank and epaulettes won't save you from the bitterness. Malga. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to my last drop. Is the path ahead dangerous? What awaits me? I mean, I'm guessing rebels. What tech priest? You're a good soldier, Malga. We'll see that your heroism is noted. You're a fool. Who says has left you for dead? Good fighter would have long since reclaimed the starport and move out and attack, you cowardly knave. Woofed. What awaits? All our roadblocks are gone. Oh, right. Sergeant sighs heavily. All our roadblocks are gone. The whole place is in the rebels' hands. The city is almost lost, so no help will come. We are surrounded by rebels, and watch your step, sir. The streets are chock full of mines. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. Okay. A logic test succeeds. His remark about mines lodges itself in your memory. More than anything, you will need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You'd rather risk a shot from a rebel or a jittery soldier than experience a few handful of lethal frag shrapnel resting on top of some 300 grams of explosive Visaline. Okay then. You're a good soldier, Margot. I will see that your heroism is noted. I live to serve. Thronos expanse, yada yada. Oh, dead guy.
So, this is how vast the sky is. It is no wonder that mutiny broke out here. How can order be maintained in a place without compartments or bulkheads?
I would argue that it is not the size of the territory, but the competence of the governor that matters. Ugh, he did not even send a proper cortege to meet us.
Okay then. Well, I'm gonna save here. Phew. Alrighty then. Ah! Good God. Chat. My word, it's been fun. Okay, what am I gonna do now? Because I am considering heading out and chilling. Yeah. It's been hella fun. Okay. I'm gonna catch my breath for a second, but be sure to leave a like on the YouTube stream. It helps me in the algorithm. Subscribe to the Theory channel on YouTube, Thinkafurr, for more lore videos and theory videos covering Zelda, Pokemon, Warhammer 40k, and so much more. But yeah, I will catch everybody. Bye bye. Thank you for stream.